Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Wednesday, November the 16th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could play out today, over the next several days. This may or may not be for you. So the energy was very, very heavy yesterday. If you noticed, I kind of took a day off. I ended up having to reschedule all of my clients booked in yesterday, and I had to go lay back down in the morning after I got the kids to school. It was just very heavy. We had Venus closing out that Scorpio energy, and so whenever we get to that 29-degree mark, it does get very heavy. And so I woke up this morning. The energy is very light. We do have Venus officially in Sagittarius now, and so Venus in Sagittarius is basically this new romantic energy shift is what I want to say. Sagittarius represents states of transcendence. It's a very light, fiery, passionate energy. Sagittarius also represents the Temperance card, so finding a place of balance, moderation after going into the depths of our subconscious mind within our inner feminine aspects. And so we do have the Sun forming a trine to Lilith today, and Mercury forming a trine to Jupiter. So very positive planetary action taking place today that will allow for this space to create this energy of good communication, completing a task, completion, a lot of intellectual strengths coming forward, a lot of new expansive viewpoints when it comes to your journey and where you're at. And so I think it's really going to be easy to start communicating our thoughts and our ideas with others without a lot of trouble or undue stress. And we do have Mercury entering into Sagittarius tomorrow. And so I kept being shown this energy of this shamanic magician coming forward, tapping in meditation. And so I do feel, although the energy is very positive, there may be some painful, destructive revelations coming forward over the coming days that will expose your weaknesses, but it will also provide many of us a chance to deal with them constructively once and for all. What I kept being shown was slaying our personal dragons. The dragon energy keeps coming up. Slaying that personal dragon, because when we become disillusioned on the journey, what happens is our fairy tales get shattered, and then we wake up to this living nightmare that we kind of have to make peace with. And so yesterday the energy was very cathartic, although it was very healing. And so I do feel we're in this portal of purging our deepest, darkest fears and being able to go after our dreams. And so you might have noticed some altered states of consciousness the last couple of days. I was taken way up there Monday night with Archangel Metatron up to the 12th dimension. And so it took me a long time to come back from that very intense interaction. And so with the fire energy coming through, I feel we're no longer as concerned with the darker aspects of the journey. I do feel Sagittarius represents this universal loving energy coming forward, and so new romantic adventures are likely going to start pouring in, allowing us this straightforward movement. This might require some blunt communication though, and it might require you to shift your perspective on any approaches of love in your life, because we're no longer playing into these karmic agendas, right? And so I feel with Venus in Scorpio, we were dealing with all kinds of subconscious complexities. And so with the Sagittarius energy, we're now stepping into this higher truth, this higher meaning, and we're reprioritizing with Venus in Sagittarius. And so we are able to now manifest that idealistic relationship during this cycle is what I'm feeling. And so it's going to be critical that you know exactly what it is that you want to manifest in a romantic partner or a companionship that will support your dreams, your goals, your ambitions for the future, where you will be able to be free to express your needs and your desires, and you will be able to be free to be rooted in your own personal beliefs. And so vision energy, Neptune energy coming through. And so I do feel this divine rapport taking place over the coming period of Venus and Sagittarius. And so get ready to be open with your feelings. Although sometimes being a little too open can lead to this backfiring energy. But for the most part, I feel, get ready to feel this refreshing lightness coming up here. And when it does come with money, I do feel we're going to have to be careful. We're going to have to notice where we've been reckless with our spending. But I do feel this optimistic, faithful approach to moving forward. And so I do feel some element of good luck or good karma can be involved with the Jupiter aspect, especially when it comes to our finances. It's this benefactor energy coming through, whether it's material or spiritual beneficial energies coming through. I think get ready to restore a deep spiritual connection with self. So let's jump in with the cards. Because I was so highly connected to Archangel Metatron, I was asked to pull the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle deck today. So we are going to start by pulling in with the Archangel deck. Look at that. We get communication and the silver energy. So that is the sword of truth. The sword that also severs when it comes to breaking free from any toxic connections. And so somebody's really been in the depths of exploring their subconscious mind. And I feel that eclipse energy came in and it brought us a whole whack load of truth as to what we need to do to break free from any toxic codependent situations. And then we get the message energy, communication, speak up and be heard. And I do feel with the scroll inside the bottle, it's this energy of somebody's really withheld communication for a long time. They've bottled up this truth, this communication for a long time. And I do feel it's kind of time to blow the lid off of something. So we're going to see what needs to come through with the Archangel Metatron deck today. We're going to get 3 cards and then we're going to jump in with the tarot. I did come into a lot of downloads as to where the Divine Masculine is at on the journey as well. And so we're going to talk about that in a different reading, so stay tuned for that. We get the As Above, So Below card, and so we all have the capability to create our own heaven on earth. And it is like this magician energy coming through, and then we get review and reflection, and I'm not going to read any of these in reverse today. And then we get passion. That's that Sagittarius energy, passion, a love for life again. Wow, bottom of the deck, stepping into your most authentic self. So who are you? When we've been in the depths of the subconscious mind, we've been trying to figure out who we are. And so there is some change on the horizon. As above, so below. And so it is also this energy of karma coming through. And so coming out of the depths of the roots of the subconscious mind and bringing this energy to life. And so 41 breaking down to a 5. We've been struggling in the midst of, you know, all of these challenges, these power struggles recently, and we've been in this reviewal. We also have Mars in retrograde still, and so this is a reviewal and a reflection of how we communicate, how we choose to take action. Gemini is very dualistic. Once again, that moon energy. And this is a 2 card, so somebody I feel has been put in a timeout. A timeout, I feel, is going to be needed when it comes to making a decision. 2s are all about partnerships, decisions, crossroads, needing to choose a path, that divine Y point. And I do feel there are going to be some challenges ahead, but get ready to restore a sense of passion. And so somebody's heart has been ignited. I feel somebody has got a lot of passion and desire here. Somebody is coming back up online is what I want to say. Back to life. Breathe me back to life. 25 breaking down to a 7. And so 7 is the number of the mystic. It is the number of the truth seeker. And so I feel somebody has come into some truth. And I do feel this is where somebody really discovers who they are. 46 breaking down to a 10. Completing of a cycle, right? No more wearing a mask, no more pretending to be who I'm not in a situation to people please or anything like that. And so stepping into authenticity. And then below the authentic self, we do get the Kundalini. So there's been some unbridled, untapped energy being activated. And so there could have been a spontaneous Kundalini activation. And I do feel the past is coming back around, 35 breaking down to an 8. And so there is an infinite connection here, a lifetime partnership coming through. I do feel this Merkaba activation. And somebody's been in the void, I feel, retreating, resting, pausing before taking action towards a life partnership here. And so somebody here, I feel, has been shedding the old to bring in the new because of that magician energy. So let's jump in with the tarot and see what else needs to come through today. Yeah, somebody's definitely been in a very dark, depressing situation here. Something that is not my happily ever after. I feel, looking back at all of the memories, I do feel rooted in some negative childhood patterns, and I feel somebody here is feeling hopeless when it does come to manifesting their dreams. And so I feel it's kind of time to leave these unhappy marriages and family situations behind. If you're in a situation and you are not emotionally content or emotionally satisfied, I think it's time to review why you've been holding on to a situation, pretending to be happy just to hold on to the status quo of what everybody thinks your life is like. And let me say, so many people post this image of a perfect, happy life all over social media when behind closed doors, they're absolutely miserable. And so somebody's been in the dark, in this tunnel of darkness, facing all kinds of challenging times is what I'm feeling, and dealing with somebody that they cannot trust, and maybe choosing to stay in a situation because you may be raising children together. But I think it's kind of time to wake up from this slumber is kind of what I'm feeling. And so as above, so below. And if you lose faith in the future, then that's going to be reflected in your outer reality. So we're going to do a 9-card spread. We're going to see what needs to come through for the collective today. Look at that, bottom of the deck. Consciously making a decision to release a long-standing burden. I feel somebody's worked really, really hard trying to make something work and going against the grain, and there is a need to restore a sense of balance. I also feel somebody that's been a little bit too prideful when it comes to maybe seeking some assistance and some help, and maybe somebody has now suffered some health issues, some mental health issues due to carrying a burden for far too long. And so there's that 5 energy, a 5 of Swords reversed, 7 of Cups, the Empress reversed. So somebody has been dealing with somebody here that does not know their worth and their value. The Empress reversed does not nurture. Their energy is lacking fertility in a connection. There was an unwise choice made, and I do feel an Empress reversed here that definitely has some questionable motives. There's a lack of abundance. There's a lack of prosperity. The Empress reverse can't nurture you because she can't even nurture herself. She doesn't take care of the children. She doesn't take care of the home. And I feel somebody's really been procrastinating when it comes to making a decision here about going in a brand new direction. The Page of Wands, the 8 of Cups in reversed, the 8 of Coins in reversed, the 9 of Wands in reversed, the 9 of Cups in reversed, and there's that huge release. I'm no longer going to cling to control. I do feel somebody here that's held on, wanting to control a situation, and that's the truth. And we've got an Emperor here coming to terms with a situation, getting ready to overcome some obstacles, and I feel there's been some communication issues. I think an Emperor here getting ready to choose to break free from a situation that he's no longer passionate about, and getting ready to take charge of a very confusing situation here. Breaking free from this entrapment, the illusion of being entrapped in a situation. We've got 2 people no longer on the same page at all whatsoever. And I do feel a masculine here that is no longer emotionally invested with somebody that was not honorable, not trustworthy. This could be A revelation of somebody having many options. Maybe this Empress reverse has chosen to have multiple affairs behind the scenes, and I do feel there's a masculine here that's lacked clarity when it comes to moving forward. Breaking free from a situation that he's no longer passionate about, where I feel two people have held on knowing that they need to move on because this has been a very dissatisfying situation. We go from the Seven of Cups to the Eight of Cups reversed to the Nine of Cups in reversed. Coming to terms with the fact that this is not my wish come true. This is not my happily ever after. The magic is gone. I've been holding on, pretending to be happy in a situation, knowing that it's time to move in a new direction. Definitely not emotionally invested. And somebody has been juggling making this decision for a very long time, but I feel choosing to no longer invest in somebody that doesn't put in the effort with them. We've got a masculine here that has lacked nurturing in their life, has lacked that deep, unconditional love. And I feel a masculine here that wants to increase his success in his life. But in order to do that, he's going to have to restructure a foundation and master his self-discipline in order to overcome these obstacles and to get honest with some truth. And so I feel a masculine here that is finding his faith that everything will work out, and he is getting ready to clearly communicate that this is no longer my wish fulfillment. I'm no longer going to invest in a situation that I've been clinging to control in, because I do feel it has really hindered somebody's financial resources. And I do feel somebody here is getting ready to take action to break free from a situation after a long period of time of lacking self-confidence and the drive to do so. And so we do have Aries energy coming through, and we have a masculine getting ready to deliver some cold, hard truth about a passionless, loveless situation here, because I think this masculine is figuring out what truly fuels his passions for life, and he wants to finish a cycle, and this might mean packing up and leaving home within the next 8 days, because I do feel this was a very poor choice. And sometimes the Emperor upright will choose a weak woman in order to be able to control them, but I feel this has backfired. And now this Empress in reverse has turned into somebody very cold, calculating, and controlling. And it's kind of time to take action from a situation that I feel, is emotionless at this time. And, consciously choosing to go into that core wound and to leave a situation as a wounded healer. And so there is a need for balance. There is a need to accept that a cycle is coming to an end if you want to allow your creativity to soar. And so a decision is being made. And I do think somebody is coming to terms with the fact that this was a very toxic, addictive trauma bond of some sort. So let's take a look at this Empress in reversed. There's been some kind of betrayal here. There very well could have been a cheating scenario taking place here, and I do feel there's a feminine here that is struggling with great sadness. And maybe this feminine is about to get a weight off of her shoulder. Maybe this will lead to a confession of some sort. But I do feel this has been a very melodramatic, addictive relationship pattern, and it's kind of time to embrace this ending. Give me a minute, guys. I've got a huge block in my throat right now. So there's been some communication issues here. I do feel a feminine here that is going through great sadness over an ending, for sure. I do think this hurts. I do feel there's a feminine here that needs to leave this behind as well, because she doesn't know her worth. She doesn't know her value. And this is rooted in a past unhealthy pattern. And there is this period of disillusionment that has been taking place, this fogginess going through. And so I feel there's a lack of healing when it comes to a misunderstanding. I also feel this Emperor is all done being there for this person in her time of need, because they're unwilling to learn a lesson. I feel a very stubborn, calculated, feminine energy that is unwilling to reflect and go within. And I feel this very stuck energy. So we could have a feminine here with Taurus, Libra, Pisces in her chart. And I feel she's purposely been trying to create all kinds of challenges because she does not want this masculine to see things in a whole new light. There's some type of betrayal. This is the final nail in the coffin. Somebody is going to be packing up their bags and leaving a situation behind, and they're not going to look back anymore. And I feel a feminine here that is going to have to go through a period of self-reflection and healing. So let's take a look at this Eight of Cups in reversed, Eight of Coins in reversed. Wow, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I've held on to this situation for a long time. We've tried everything to make it work. There's just no balance. And I feel all kinds of health problems. Somebody is feeling like they made a very foolish, unwise decision. There is fear of taking a leap of faith in a new direction. But I do think it's time to open up your heart in a new direction. I do feel it's time to manifest these new emotional experiences. I also feel maybe an Emperor here too that wants to go towards a new romantic encounter. And this very well could feel like a betrayal, but I do feel a connection here where there's no sense of unity. There's no sense of working together. Somebody has not been listening to the messages they've been receiving from the divine, and it's kind of time to leave a hopeless situation behind. So let's take a look at this Page of Wands, because there's a new exciting opportunity, but something needs to be walked away from first. We get the High Priestess reversed, the Two of Cups in reversed, and the Three of Cups. And so there was definitely this energy of a third party maybe coming between two people. I feel there's going to be a secret coming out of a third party interference. I do feel somebody is getting ready to walk away from a situation where they no longer see eye to eye with this person to maybe resurge another connection. And I do feel forgiveness is going to be needed. I feel this exchange, a revelation. I feel somebody's been secretly holding on to a connection from the past that might have ended due to a third party coming between two people. We've got two very enlightened beings here, and we've got this dark feminine energy between two very enlightened twin souls is what I'm feeling. And so I feel there is a need to go towards your chosen family. And I feel this energy of giving up on somebody that I feel was invested in for a very long time in order to maybe go back and finish something that was started in the past. All done playing games in a very unhappy, unemotional situation, dealing with some untrustworthy people here, and all due to some pride and some ego. We got Capricorn energy, more Pisces, and so somebody's been in this illusion of being trapped in a very toxic, dramatic situation here, and I do feel an Emperor getting ready to accept responsibility for this situation and to make a choice that will support his happiness, because these chains are being broken. And somebody's been all up in their pride and their ego, maybe when it comes to seeking a reconciliation with somebody from the past. But I feel reviewing the past, reflecting on the past, and knowing that it's kind of time to head in a new direction, to, to protect what it is that you've created inside for yourself, and to take action towards what you've been guided to go towards. And so let's take a little bit of a look here at the Four of Coins reversed, because somebody's really withheld taking action for a long time, but ultimately somebody's getting ready to drop some dead weight here, drop some baggage, and they're passionately, confidently going in a new direction. Yeah, I feel somebody is sneaking away from a situation and going after a missed opportunity from the past. And so somebody, I think, failed to recognize an opportunity in the past, and somebody is getting ready to unexpectedly leave this situation behind. They are focused. They want a passionate relationship in their life, and they're trusting their instincts. And so I do feel maybe this Empress in reversed is going to be losing some financial stability, a huge material loss. There's been a lack of honesty here. This is my, my liar, cheater, thief card. And so make sure you're being honest. Somebody's not been honest about how discontent and bored they've been in a karmic connection. And this is a major wake-up call. A major, major wake-up call coming through. So let's get a couple last messages. I think get ready for a very hard karmic reset. I think somebody's going off the deep end is what I want to say. So we get develop your foresight and tune in to your serenity. And so I do feel somebody here is going to be like, how did I not see this person leaving my life so quickly? How did I not see this coming? There is going to be a very quick departure here. Somebody is going back to something that they left behind because they're losing their sense of personal freedom in a situation. And I do feel somebody was distracted by a karmic of some sort. And somebody's been peering into the future as to what it is they need to restore passion in their life again. And somebody is getting ready to take that action. It's been very pragmatic here. And I do feel somebody is getting ready to blow the lid off when it comes to a lack of communication. And I do feel somebody's going to need to get a grip on reality. They've been in a fantasy. They've been in an illusion. And this is not working anymore. And so I do feel if you want to create that heaven on earth, you're going to have to allow yourself to go where you have been guided to go. And so somebody's inner voice has been consistently nagging them. It's time to handle this now. It's time to handle this situation. It's time to really stop and listen to what your guides have been bringing forward. And I do feel somebody is really getting ready to soften their heart. I do feel somebody is going to have to grieve a major, major loss here. And I do feel a feminine here that is absolutely bent and brokenhearted. But I do feel this is where we learn to mother and nurture ourselves and to hold our own heart in our hands. Because I do feel this will hurt. And you're going to have to feel this ending. You're going to have to feel all of these feelings that come with grieving an ending. And I do feel this is a very painful, betraying ending. But I feel what I want to say is the guides want to remind you this too shall pass. This will pass. But I do feel somebody absolutely wants to heal a connection from the past and hopes that it's not too late to love again because they are ready. They are ready to go all in. And that's kind of what I got today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.